Hello, hello. Going live. This is Gary's Travels and Adventures. I'm going to be polishing up this beautiful piece of New Mexico rhyolite. It's in abundance around here, so it's easy to get and polish. Anyways, it'll be some nice stuff. Make a little cabochon with it. Okay. Just in case you haven't seen, I have a Cab King polisher and 8-inch wheels. We'll be going 50, 200, 500, 800, 1500, and 3000. All right, well, let's get started. Here we go. As you can see on my face, safety is important. So I'll put the goggles and the breathing apparatus on. And we'll get started. Okay, in case I didn't explain it earlier, usually what I do is I use the first two to shape my stone. That's good enough with the first one. I'll go to the second one. The third one I usually use to take all the scratches out, and then the last three are the fine polishing. But polishing up a piece of New Mexico rhyolite. Look how pretty that is. Alright, let's move on to wheel number 2 and keep on shaping, getting lines out of it. Yeah, I think it's coming up pretty nice. Now I'm gonna hit yeah, I don't speak too much. Usually when I'm doing the stone, I'm focusing on the stone. Well, I can explain. I'm polishing up a piece of New Mexico rhyolite. It's found here locally. I live in Truth and Consequences, New Mexico. And I'm using a Cab King polisher. It has 6 wheels. The wheels are 8 inches, and they go from 50, 200, 500, 800, 1500, 3000 grit. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on to the third wheel. I'm going to start getting all the scratches and stuff out of it. I've been polishing stones for a couple of years, but I've only had this Cab King since January. What I used to use is I used to use an attachment that went on a drill, and that was a much more pain in the ass than this. This is actually really easy. It's a lot of fun doing it. I really enjoy it. Cut the stones and polish them. I do make necklaces too, but I've kind of not been doing a whole lot of that lately. I've been doing a lot more of the cut and polishing. But I do plan on getting back into the wrapping. Okay, here we go. We're going to move on to wheel number 3. Looking pretty nice. We're gonna move on to the other side. Start wheel number 4. It's the 800 grit. I got it pretty soft now. Hello, Jiminy Crickets. How you doing? Okay, moving on to wheel number 4. Keep polishing. Looking pretty good. New Mexico Rhyolite found near Truth and Consequences, New Mexico, where I live at. I don't really polish the back. I like to leave it rough. But yeah, coming out pretty nice. Okay, gonna move on to wheel number 5. Looking good, looking good. I'm gonna do some finishing up on it. What do you mean, what the F you? I'm polishing stones here, making cabs for necklaces. And I'm gonna move on to wheel number 6, finish polishing, and we'll dry it off, check it out. I might need to do some touching up. If so, we'll drop back and hit it again. If not, then maybe I'll just put it on a buffer wheel with some rouge, make it real shiny. But yeah, this is New Mexico Rhyolite, pretty hard stone on the Mohs scale. And I'm doing my polishing on the Cab King polisher. It's 8-inch wheels, and it goes from 50 to 200 to 500 to 800, 1500, and 3000 grit. Here we go. dry it off and check it out. See what it came out looking like. See if we gotta do any touching up. It's looking pretty good. I got some scratches up there on top. Alright, let's drop back and go back to wheel number 4 or wheel number 3. Work on getting them scratches out. We'll move on to wheel number 4. Wheel number 5. Wheel number 6. Alright, let's check it again and see what it looks like. Alright, perfect. Got all the scratches out. Now I can hit it with a piece of, with some rouge on a buffer wheel. That should come out real nice. Alright, well, thanks for tuning in. If this is something you enjoy doing or watching, please consider subscribing and hit that like button and share. Appreciate it again, and take care. Till next time. See ya.